Hey friends, Dale here, Three Generations, welcome. Well, today I am painting trim. This is the 6-inch base trim. I also have a 4-inch trim for around the doors and windows to paint. Right now I got half of them of the 6-inch wide I've painted. And I thought I'd just show you how I do this in case you're interested. But I use what's called a hot dog roller. And in this case, this is a 6-inch hot dog roller, so I can do the whole width of the height of this base. So I prefer this to using a brush. Brush takes a lot longer. I don't like brush marks. There are those who don't like the little stipply look that a roller does, and so they brush. I happen to, on a semi-gloss like this, I like that look myself, but maybe that's just because I prefer painting this way, I don't know. Anyhow, so the first thing I did is I wipe off the dirt. I choose the side that I think looks the best overall, because when you there can be imperfections, and so I choose the best side that's put that up for painting. The first thing I do is I paint the one edge. So I just go over it like this and paint. I'm going to come the other way so don't have my back end to you the whole time. So anyhow, you can either lay it up on edge or leave it like this and just run that. I'm not sure how far I got here. Yep, there's where I was. And I just watch looking for the shiny. Make sure I got all the primed wood paint. I'm just using a semi-gloss paint in this grade of paint that we're using for the walls and everything. They do make, most of the paint companies make what they call a trim paint. It's a little more expensive, and it may hold up a little better. But the other thing I will do, especially if it's metal, or if I really want a harder edge, I will get what's called, some of them call it like an advanced oil. It's like an oil base in a water, and as it dries, it emulsifies and gets hard edged like an oil paint used to do when we used to use oil. So on metal and certain places I will use that on trim because it'll hold up better. Kendra and I don't plan on running our little cars and trucks into it. Hopefully it'll run other things into it, but this should hold up fine. So you can see it's pretty fast using a roller like this. I'm going to move it over and get my next one. Looks like there's enough room to do about 2 more on this. And then I'm going to have to move this stuff for it to dry or let it dry on here. So there's some knots on this side that they put looks like some wood putty in there. And both sides of this have that. So I just have to choose a side. Yeah, I think this side over here, this one here is the better one. I believe. All right. And it's good to keep your roller full of paint. You want the tool to do the job rather than just really working it hard and fast. If you keep plenty of paint in, it'll be much easier on you, and it'll go on there good. And so I try to keep the roller full. Or the brush I'm using, I try to keep it full. Full of paint, that is. There's a piece of junk. That'll go onto the whatever those things, sawhorse. That'll go onto the sawhorse there. And nice. All right, I'm going to show you run along one of those. All right, here's what I had painted, started with probably half an hour ago or so. And probably this other way will show the gloss. Yeah, this way will show the gloss a little better. It's really nice, and it's a semi-gloss. Looks good. All right. It's after lunch, and I wasn't going to really show any painting of the 4-inch trim, but I realized I made a double decker here. These are so long. I tried putting some of them as I finished up. I tried to put some of the 6 inchers into the office space and into the bedroom space, but they're so long I can't get them in, very many of them in. They have to go diagonally, and I was running out of place for these things to dry. And so after lunch I thought, you know what, we're going to make this into a double decker. And so that's what I'm doing. I took some of the wood from the corral, the old corral was out here, and made a double decker. If I have to, I can put another piece here for a triple decker. But anyhow, let's just see what I'm doing here. I'm cleaning this off. Ooh. Some of these will sit upright for me without me having to hold them, but this one's got enough wave to it, I guess. It doesn't want to, so I'll hold it. I have these sheets, I don't know if you can see them, it's like a foam, a thin foam that was packed in with the cabinets to keep the paint from getting chipped up when it was shipped. And so I put that down below because I am splattering some paint around, and I don't want to get splatters on the stuff I painted underneath. Because it'll just mess up the finish for me. So that's what I did. All right. Now I'll move these down. I get these, the more room there is. So that's probably about as good as I can do. I won't get all of them on here. I still have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, probably 22 more of these to go. So they won't fit here. I'll have to put another layer. All right, look at this. We need it to be a triple decker. So hopefully this will hold that weight. I'm hoping. I'll try to put it out. I'll try to put it at the two edges. Mostly over here and mostly over there instead of the middle. There we go. Where we stop? Nobody knows. Ooh, I wonder if I can reach this. Yeah, sure. Why not? Oh, I better get another. Oh boy. I don't know. This may not work. Hopefully this will work. All right, we got these little arms here, so I'll use that to paint on. It's called Make It Up As You Go. Ooh, look out, I'm on the loose. Run while you can. I need some more paint. I'm gonna have to pull this out from under there, because I can't hardly get there. There we go. I try to make sure I get plenty of paint on here so it covers well. And when I'm coming back this way, I can kind of look across from the light coming in the window there to make sure it's all glossy. Because if it hasn't gone on, if there's dry areas, it shows up. I got a couple of them. One's right here. And if I back up, I can see, yeah, that one's good. Just a little bit right in there. That looks good. And then clear down here at the end. About right here, up through to there. Let me get that all evened out, smoothed out, so it's nice and even. Yep, that's good. Alrighty. Now, this will go up on top. I'll put it initially in the middle, and then after I do a couple of them, I'll move them clear to that end, because I don't want to put all the weight in the center of that.